sure you hear it in the background. Watching a little bit of basketball, some EuroLeague basketball, and finally getting the chance to sit down and watch my guy, Tayo Diase. We played against each other my second year playing professionally, and he's playing in Israel for Hapoel. Had a pretty big game, so I thought it would be cool to kick off the day 6 documentation with a little bit of that. Let me show you what I'm watching. It's always cool to watch. Always cool to watch. I can see how different players with different skill sets respond to different things that I see on the court as well. And it's also cool to see the different atmospheres and different fan bases. But as I said yesterday, we're getting closer and closer to my own game day. Tomorrow is the day, so a lot more will be basketball focused today. But there is one other priority outside of basketball, which is releasing episode 1 of the Fresh Squeeze podcast, the revival of the Fresh Squeeze podcast, the podcast that I have with my brother. So excited about that. I'm going to get that done a little bit later, and I'm not going to talk over this game anymore. So I'll catch you at the next check-in. Was sitting down to do my journal to end the day and realized I didn't check in with you at all. So quick recap, practice went well, ready for a big game tomorrow. Was able to upload the first episode of the Fresh Squeeze podcast. If you end up watching, you'll understand why I paused and did all that. That's something I'm really excited about and really proud of. It's obviously not perfect, but it's the first episode, and it's something that we're planning to do at least once a month moving forward. So I'm excited to see what ends up coming of it and what stories we end up telling, what gems we end up dropping, and how much fun we end up having. So I'm going to get some rest for this game tomorrow. Another thing I'm excited about, I'm already seeing some exciting images flowing through my head, different scenarios. So going to keep contemplating those, going to write some thoughts in my journal. And we're going to end, I believe it is day 6 of living like the cameras are watching. But you've been around long enough to know there's one thing missing. Don't forget, the best is yet to come. Day 7, and it's my favorite day of the week. It is game day, and we are playing away today. I'm on my way to the meetup point so I can get on the bus, and this is a team we lost to last time we played them, and we were winning by a lot of points and ended up still losing the game. So it's kind of a revenge game. Not kind of, it is a revenge game. And thus, I'm dressed in all black, you know, because we need to put our enemies to rest tonight. And yeah, I feel well prepared. I feel just excited, which is, it means these videos are helping, this series is helping, and the work I'm doing to prepare is helping. So yeah, there are going to be moments where I can perform better tonight. There are going to be moments where I might look bad. But the goal is, when the game is said and done, when that final buzzer sounds, I feel like I was who I set out to be. And I have a really good feeling about that. I have a feeling like this will be my best game that I've played in my career. So that's how you want to feel going into every game. I'll probably end up checking in with you again after the game. So yeah, I want to kind of dedicate my whole day to this, locking in. I'll be doing some tasks on the bus, you know, some minor stuff, but for the most part, it's all locked in on just enjoying this day, enjoying this process, and enjoying being who I've set out to be in life, on the court, and in general. So I'm excited to bring you along. I know I can't bring you on the court with me, but I'll definitely give you some tidbits about how things went once they have gone. So see you there. We lost, and the game didn't go how I envisioned it going. It's not easy to talk about. It's not easy to share. And I wrestled with whether or not I should even turn the camera on to talk to you. But this series isn't about just showing the highlights. This series is about me figuring out how to be who I know I am
in all facets of my life. That's the whole point of this. And that process, as much as we all wish that it was a straight line, that it was just smooth sailing, no, it's painful. Painful not in a sense of heartbreaking. It's more so in a sense of thinking you've made a certain amount of progress and realizing you're not as far ahead as you thought you were. And I don't want you to take that out of context and think that I'm losing confidence in myself or losing faith in the vision of who I know I'm supposed to be. It's just humbling. And it is exciting in a sense, but extremely humbling. Because you think you got things figured out. Put in the work, you put in the preparation for things to go a certain way, and they go in a completely different direction. And along with that, I did some more digging on the proposal to do an event for my book, and I had just been noticing some red flags in the process, and it did turn out to be a scam. I didn't spend any money or do anything like that. I'm not a goofball. At least I try not to be. But yeah, I mean, mildly disappointing. So to get that news on top of the loss of the basketball game, yeah, humbling. But at the same time, when it all comes down to it, these are the problems that other people would kill for. Other people would kill to have completed and published books and be looking at how to market them. Other people would kill to get paid to play a game where you put a ball through a basket and try to stop someone else from doing it. Where my big issue that has me up at night is, how do I put the ball through the basket more? How do I stop other people from putting the ball through the basket as much? How do I help others put the ball through the basket? And how do I help others stop others from putting the ball through the basket? When I break it down like that, when you break it down to its simplest parts, it seems silly to be in a down state thinking and talking about this. But we're not logical beings. And I don't want to sound woo-woo, but humans, people aren't logical. We're emotional. And even though we feel like we can and should be in control in every moment, we're steered and guided by these emotions. And you got to let them run their course. So, yeah, there's some strong disappointment tonight. And my job is to keep it at that, feel the disappointment, and not let it turn into frustration, not let it turn into impatience, not let it turn into being annoyed. Doesn't mean forcing myself to do anything. It just means to feel it fully, accept it, and understand that it's still up to me to figure it out. And that is a huge blessing. And even though I wish I could have given you some better news and some better stories and some better insights, these moments help me and you just as much as the moments that we were hoping for today. And I'm really thankful to have you along quest. And I'd love to have you around some more. If you'd also love that, then you know what to do. There's a button down there with your name on it. And if you can't find that, then there's a button that has subscribe on it. That'll do as well. Let me know if the button didn't have your name on it, because I need to get that fixed with YouTube. Send an email on your behalf. And there's one thing that you can under no circumstances forget, and that's the simple fact that the best is yet to come.